All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, whoever's here gets to enjoy the whole meditation. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to sit back, close your eyes, settle into your body, and get really comfortable. And place your hands on your lap, facing your palms upward. And I want you to breathe in for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe out for a count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, breathe in to the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale again for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do this for about just a few more times. Breathe in for 5. Inhale. And exhale. And as you're breathing in and out, let your thoughts come and go, and do not judge them. Just let them come in and out, in and out. And again, inhale for 5. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale all the way out for 5. And as you breathe, see yourself standing at the edge of a bridge, about to step on it. And that bridge can be low to the ground or high off the ground, whatever you choose. And behind you is a shadowy cloud of darkness. And you can sense that darkness represent your fear and your body's perception of the world. And as you look ahead over the bridge, you see a bright, glimmering light. Energetic pull, drawing you towards it. And take a deep breath in and release as you surrender to that powerful, energetic pull of the light. And let that light draw you towards it as you begin to walk across the bridge from the darkness into the light. And with each step, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And as you breathe in and out, you'll start to notice the shadows of the world behind you disappear even more. And pretty soon, you can no longer see the shadows of the world behind you. And approach the end of the bridge, breathing in and out, seeing that beautiful, bright glow of light in front of you. And at the end of the bridge, take a deep breath and step off the bridge and into that beautiful ball of white, glimmering light. And now, all you see is light. You actually have become the light. And this light, you are not your body. You are actually all beautiful, consuming light. And you are free. And there is no separation between you and light. You are that energetic field of love and light. You are powerful. You are peaceful. You are supported. And you are loved. And you have no resistance of the past and no fear of the future. All you have is the light in this moment. And I want you to give yourself permission to stand in this light for as long as you want. And breathe long and deep. And let that light restore you back to the truth of who you are. You are light. You are love. There is no fear. There is darkness. And just stand in that light and breathe in fully, all the way in and all the way out. And when you feel called to come out of this meditation, say a silent prayer to yourself. Miracles are seen in light. I choose to see in light and bring light with me wherever I go. And take a deep breath in and release your breath all the way out. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the present. And I want you to take a moment and pick up your journal, your notebook, and write down freely about your experience of standing in the light. I'm going to give you guys a minute to do this, okay? And just document that miracle of releasing that world of fear and accepting the world of light. Go ahead and do that now. I'm going to leave the music playing for another minute here. If you guys can, turn on your camera. I want to see your faces. All right, beautiful guys. And as you guys step into light, I can feel your light and it's completely lighting my heart up. So beautiful. Thanks for everyone for playing full out. I appreciate it. I'd love to hear experiences, guys. Would you mind sharing in the chat or unmute yourself? Let's make this interactive. Anyone want to share their experience? Juan, I'd love to hear your voice. We haven't seen your face in a few weeks.
Yeah, they changed my schedule, so I have 25 minutes for lunch. So I really did want to share. This is what came out. I am the light of myself, God given to be the light for myself and others. There's nothing that can darken the light if I stay true to who I am. My being is light, therefore I can penetrate any and all darkness. That's what I got from the
beautiful. Yeah, and guys, just in case you're curious where that one came from, that I mixed it up today. I think I've seen that with my virtual background. This is Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor book. Amazing, amazing book. I was listening to it on Audible and her meditation came on and I was like, oh my God, this is the one I want to share with the group. So I want to share the source with you. One of these days I'll come up with meditations like that, but that was so powerful. Greg, would you be open to sharing your experience with us, please? And unmute yourself, Greg, please. Thanks.
Hi guys, sorry. Yeah, I was typing it in chat, but it was great to let go of like the pressures of life that are like not real. Like there's like so many pressures. I feel like they're just not real, but they're like pressures and they become real, if that makes any sense. And then just returning to the present moment of light and truth is like amazing, obviously. And then just letting go of just market, family, friends, and just pressures that, I don't know, just feels like there's pressures that are like, they're not real, but in my head, they're real, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Who can relate to what Greg is saying? All these pressures, especially with everything going on with political climate and Corona and all these things, they're real and they're not real. They're in a way like really powerful illusions. Okay, and I'm not saying anything's illusion or it's not fake, but it feels so real, and it depends how much power you give to it. Thank you for sharing that, Greg. And I'm glad that you were able to get a little bit of release from that.
That, and it just seems like I don't know why I feel like I need to hop on social media or hop on Facebook or check my. It's like, do I really need to do that? I just checked it 2 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
And I think Lucy was sharing on her group chat today. It's like she just got rid of the app on the phone. And now she has to get on her computer to check. I mean, it's little things like that. You know, if we let anything control us, we give it the power to manage us. And I know social media can be really addicting. And last week, like I was on Facebook barely. And it was just like that liberation that I felt from not being on my social media was incredible. So I challenge you, Greg, to, put your phone, like either delete the app if you can. You can always bring it back or whatever you need to do for a few days and just see what that feels like. And so if you need to get on social media, you get on the computer and it's an extra step. It might not be as easy and as accessible, but it's a mind thing. It's a control thing. And the second we give our control to anything outside, we basically disconnect from what is and we start escaping where we're at. Okay. Does anyone remember or want to just share? I know we had a call on Monday, which is a little bit outside of our usual. But does anyone want to share? What was the homework, guys? What was the homework that I gave the group on Monday? Milton's typing. Milton, I'm going to call on you. Let's share out loud. And how did it go? Okay. I want everyone to chime in the chat. How did the homework go? And Milton, can you remind the group what the homework was? And we're going to keep doing this every single day. Milton's laughing. He's got a little snippy grin here. Do share, Milton.
Yeah, hey. It was very amazing when you talk on Monday, Karishma, and I really put into my life. So every day for 5 minutes, I imagine me being a millionaire, and also that's what we're talking about that, right? What is the you were saying put into yourself what you want to do in your life, right? So yeah, it was very amazing.
And how did it feel? Okay, everyone look at Milton's face. Milton, just stay exactly where you are. Does anyone doubt that he is not a millionaire right now? Look at his face. You look wealthier than Donald Trump, okay? No political puns intended, all right? You look like a freaking millionaire. Do you guys see it on his face? He's glowing, right?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
beautiful. And have you been doing the 5 minutes and 5 minutes? What does it feel like? What does a millionaire look like? Or thinking about what is a millionaire and feeling what it feels like to be a millionaire? Did you do both of those assignments? Milton.
I didn't hear the last part. I'm sorry.
Did you do the 10 minutes, 5 minutes of thinking what a millionaire is or who a millionaire is, and then the 5 minutes of feeling like the millionaire? Did you do both components?
Yes. So yeah. So feeling to be a millionaire, like travel the world, everywhere you want to go, at any time you want to go. So on the next 10 minutes, like me, I'm a beach guy. I like the beach, right? I love the beach, and I think I haven't decided yet, but I think I see in my future me building my dream house, like on top of the hill, like facing the ocean. So I imagine that. So I keep imagining it every single day, right, Bamsi?
Beautiful.
Yeah, so yeah, it's and actually I feel good because I never thought about the way you say it, right? You would take 5 minutes every day, imagine that you are on that situation, that you are on the spot already, and I never thought of that on that, I never thought about it. So now that I'm doing it, it feels real. I feel real that I'm already there.
Yes. So. Amazing, Milton. Good job. And keep doing it. All right. Who did it? Who did the exercise? Give me a thumbs up if you did the exercise. Consistently. All right. We're in day 3. I counted Monday as a day 1, or at least 2 of the last 2 days, 3 days. Who did it? Am I the only one who did it?
Oh, me.
All right. Milton did it. Juan did it. Who else did it? Okay. Guys, I'm going to call you out on it, okay? You don't have 10 minutes to create your own future. All right? That's me being tough. No bullshit, no excuses. Take that time, okay? What happens is the mind is a powerful, powerful force. All right? Mind is a powerful force. What's going to happen is if you keep exercising these powerful visualizations, and that's why I want you to think about what it feels like to be whatever, abundant, okay? And, I sat there and I was like, okay, because in the morning, I hadn't done it on Monday. And I'm like, I promised the group, I promised myself I'm doing, and I did it right before I went to bed that night. And it's like, it made me cry. I just thought about how much abundance there is. What does abundance feels like? For me, it's not about being rich. For me, it's about feeling rich. For me, it's about having joy, fulfillment, freedom. What does that mean for me to be, like, what does that mean? Fully abundant, fully free. And that's what I started thinking about. What does that mean anyway? And then by the time I got to the feeling part, I was already there. And then I started looking around going, oh my God, there's such an abundance of everything. And this morning I had some errands to run this morning, and I was just driving. I'm like, wow, the abundance of yellow trees and orange trees and red trees. And I started thinking about all the abundance that is already there. If you guys want to, a lot of this, guys, we think that these external conditions create our reality. And I'm here to tell you our internal conditions are what create our reality. It's our internal conditions. Look at people in India, look at people in like third world that are poor, that have nothing. And they're walking around like they have everything. Isn't that really what abundance is? When you feel like you have everything and it's all a blessing. And that's the state that I want you guys to live in. And if that's not the state we live in, guess what we get to do? We get to create that state. Now, who doesn't have 20 minutes for themselves twice a day? Who doesn't here have 20 minutes to create their ideal life? Who's committed to doing it starting today? Start one time today. Make it a routine, guys. If you want anything, make it easy, okay? I'm here to help you make it easy. Make it part of your routine. 10 minutes in the morning. Everybody wakes up, right? We all get out of bed. We all start equal. Set your alarm 10 minutes before you normally do. And before you turn on your social media, check those emails. I guarantee nothing will have changed that much between today and tomorrow morning. And why wouldn't you feed your mind the most incredible thing you possibly can? Feed it what you can create your own reality. I am. And I know a lot of you guys are. Let's take it up a notch. You want peace, create peace. If you want joy, create joy. If you want health, create health and vitality, guys. Bye, Juan. We'll miss you. Thank you. Glad to see you. All right, do it. No excuses. Everyone in. Who's in? I need everyone's hands up in the air. River, Stella, Kason. I'm going to take it as a yes, and I'd love to see your faces, all right? I'm calling you guys out. Okay? All of the stuff, external things are important, but the way we feel dictates everything around us. You feel abundant, you are abundant, and you get to spread that abundance. And guess what you guys attract? You attract more abundance. And you get to fake it till you make it. All right? I used to work with people in chronic addictions and alcoholism, and I've helped a lot of families in those scenarios. Families that have lived in recovery with really messed up stuff around them. And guess what? Guess what that secret to getting out of addiction, secret to getting out of codependence, you fake it till you make it. You go one day at a time until you become not codependent. You go one day at a time until you become not an addict. And if they can do it, getting out of the worst types of addictions, surely we can get into more peace, into more love, into more joy. Okay, but it's all mental. If you start feeling the feeling, you start thinking the thoughts, you start feeling the feeling, you're going to start attracting more and more. And if you feel sad, you feel miserable, guess what? You get to do the exercise multiple times a day. That's the hard part. Disciplining yourself to just do it. Get out of your head, get out of those excuses, and just do it. Just do it. Because your brain, your ego is going to be like, oh, no, happiness doesn't feel good. Let's be miserable. We know what miserable feels like. And you get to say, you know what, mind? Stop it. I choose to be happy. I choose to be joyful. I choose to be peaceful. And you just go there. And that's why that thinking piece is so powerful. By the time you've thought about it, you've already identified the characteristics you want. Now you get to step into that feeling and you get to embody it. And pretty soon you are it. And that's what I want to help you get to. All right. And then we talked about a few things. We talked about really being conscious of those thoughts. And a lot of this is just paying attention, guys. No longer are we walking through life not knowing what's going on. I want you guys to be consciousness, awareness, conscious creators of our own reality. Conscious creators of our own reality. And guess what the biggest difference is? Someone asked me yesterday, a client asked me yesterday, Karishma, you know, in your past life, in your own business, were you able to make 6 figures? And I said, in my own business? No. And for someone else? Yes. And they asked me, what's the difference? What do you guys think is the difference? What's the difference between someone who's able to make money and someone who isn't able to make money? What's the biggest difference, guys? Put in the chat. What do you guys think it is? Or someone who's financially free, someone who's wealthy, someone who's abundant. Belief. Belief in who, Alejandro? Yes. The secret to success is believing you can and you are. And once you believe you can and you are, and you truly believe it, like you believe it, your body, your cells are like, yes, I am, we can do anything. I promise you that. I promise you that. Believing you are and you can. That is it. And so that's why people like Tony Robbins can stand on stage in front of millions and they are a millionaire. It wasn't conditioning. It wasn't, he grew up poor. He grew up with multiple dads, beaten as a child. Okay. He grew up, his genes were against him. His social circumstances were against him. It wasn't, hey, I might be able to do it. It's, I am it. Hear the difference? If you're trying to do it, guys, if you're trying to do it, guess what? You're not doing it. Trying is not doing it. Believing it and doing it is doing it. I am it. And guess what? If you walk around like you are a multimillionaire, like we saw Milton's face, no one could have argued with that expression. He embodied it, right? He embodied it. And I want you guys to walk around like you got it. You are it. And there's no difference. Your mind is going to, just pay attention to those thoughts. And if those thoughts come in, I'm just going to put in the chat those 5 things. When you have thoughts that don't serve you, there's a few things we're going to do. Okay? We're going to cut off the thoughts. Pay attention. Pay attention. If your mind's like, I'm miserable, be like, are you really? I don't think so. I'm hanging out here. It's comfortable. Really? And your mind is going to do everything it can to fool you into being the old miserable version of yourself, or whatever version of yourself that you didn't want to be yesterday. And I'm not saying you guys are old and miserable. I'm trying to show contrast, okay? So your mind is going to be like, whatever your old pattern was. I'm anxious. You're so anxious. You're so busy. Really? Are you? Am I? Because I'm just hanging out here on the Zoom call, super present with you guys. And that's where my mind wants to take me. To cut off the thought, you observe it. Just watch it. Untethered soul. Okay, watch your thoughts like a movie. Like, really? Interesting. Interesting. And just watch it like as if you're like just super cynical. Okay, exaggerate into ridiculousness. Okay, an example I gave the other day is like, I'm so alone. I'm so alone, I'm going to be on the street. I might as well go into a monastery as a nun because there's no point in me ever being with anyone. Like, really? Is that all you got? And just exaggerate it because it's going to break that pattern in your mind. And the last one was say the opposite. It's like, I feel so broke. I am so abundant. And then you start validating with all the things around you. Today I'm driving. I'm like, oh my God, it's fall. Where did all these orange trees come from? And all of a sudden I saw these beautiful orange trees and I was like, oh my God, I'm so abundant. There's so much abundance of orange trees. There's so much abundance of beauty. There's so much abundance of nature. And that's where I went. And that's the feeling I stepped into before this call. And you get to do that with whatever you choose, guys. You get to create how powerful, how rich, how abundant, how joyful, how peaceful you are. So Alejandro, can I put you in the spotlight? All right. So I'm deterring a little bit from my initial lesson because Alejandro gave me an even better lesson to share with today. So thanks, Alejandro. So Alejandro, we got on a call yesterday, and Alejandro, what was the thing you told me yesterday? You felt what? It's okay. No judgment here. You're in a safe place.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I use the same words that I used yesterday?
Please do. We want all of it. Bring it on.
Yeah, I was open with Charisma yesterday, and I appreciate what Charisma did for me. I was feeling like crap, like totally bullshit. I felt like I was a failure. I felt like I was a disaster. And I was feeling like that for the last year, not year, but a week and a half, 2 weeks. You may say 2 weeks. And I was feeling like that. And I felt like that, and I realized, and Charisma helped me realize that I was suppressing some of my feelings. Because if you knew me 3 or 4 years ago, I was a very confrontative guy, and that created so much friction around me with all my relationships. When I realized that, I didn't want it. So I went to the other side, totally to the other side. So I didn't want to be angry, never. I never wanted to be upset, never. So when I was feeling upset because of something, I repressed my feelings, and that I realized that that was like a time bomb machine or something like that that took me to feel like crap for the last 2 weeks. And I realized that.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for sharing that, Alejandro. And how cool is it that he's so open and vulnerable with us? And is it normal, guys? Who here gets angry? Is there anyone exempt from anger? Have you guys seen children that want to have their diapers changed? They get their diapers changed when they don't want to? What do? No, right? Okay, anger is normal. All right. So Alejandro is so fixated on not being angry. And he told me, and Alejandro, can I share with the group? Is it okay with your permission? And he said, Karishma, I used to do really well before when I was angry. And maybe the reason I'm not doing so good is because I'm not angry anymore. And he's tying this idea of success to anger. Okay. And I said, what happens if you keep being angry? Are you going to like yourself? So what's one emotion, guys? And I want you to, I'm going to coach everyone like I coach Alejandro, okay? Because this is a really powerful lesson. So, and put it in the chat, guys. We're just going to share, okay? I get angry too, okay? I'm a super like type A control freak, and I'm getting better every single day. And when things don't go my way, my initial response is to get pissed. And then I have to like simmer it in and be like, okay, let's use the tools we have because now we have tools. What's one emotion that you guys don't like feeling? And I'm going to coach everyone through, and hopefully Alejandro, at the end of this exercise, you're going to feel even more in your power, okay? And everybody else. All right, what's one emotion we don't like feeling? Fear, yes. Sadness. Okay.
Karishma?
Sad, okay. Yes, yes. Is it Alejandro? Who said my name? Milton.
Yes. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if it happened to anybody else, right? But I have noticed lately for the last, let's say for the last year, that sometime I feel like down, totally down. Like I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to think about work, about business. I don't want to know like nothing. And it just, like I said, it just happened like about a year ago. And it's not every day, but it's like, let's say it's about probably once a month. There's one day that I woke up and I don't feel like it. And even if I try to do what you asked to do in those cases, or I try to do whatever I've been reading, all the books or whatever, all those this kind of help, right? Trying to do what I need to do to keep myself up. But still there is time that I guess like there's nothing I can do, but it only lasts for about 1 day or 2 days, and then it goes away. Is that normal, or is that how does that work?
Who else feels like that? You're not an alien, Milton.
Oh.
Or if you are, we all are too. It's
Oh.
normal. We're going to talk about that. So when you feel like you're not doing anything, Milton, what is the emotion? When you feel like there's that day is lost, the next day is lost, what is the emotion?
It's a lot of things.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
Like down, like I don't know. I didn't even know what I feel. It feels horrible.
Okay.
That I can say that because I'm an active person. I've never been like, I don't like to be home and stuff. So I've been active the whole time, and then I feel like that I don't want to go home. When I feel like that, I didn't even want to wake up.
Okay. So when you feel like that, how do you feel? Would you say you feel like a failure? Would you feel like do you feel like not worthy? Would you feel like a loser? What is the thing that you feel? What is that state? What are the emotions, the thoughts that go through when you're in that? I don't want to do anything.
Maybe it's like sadness. I feel like sadness. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. But it's okay.
Hold on to that feeling.
But sadness, see, like sometimes you're sad, but it's not. But this is like, I feel that it's not normal. I think there's some on certain point of the life that we experience sadness, but the way I feel it, or maybe because I never felt it that way before, I felt it really hard. It's like something that I think. Sometimes I think like this gonna pass away or this gonna stay, you know? So it's, I don't know.
Okay, perfect. So this exercise will be really good for you, Milton. So hold on to that sadness, okay? Let's hold on to that idea of sadness. All right, and it's, you know, there's ups and downs and there'll be a multitude of things, but let's kind of play this whole exercise out, okay? Because I want to make sure you guys get the lesson from Alejandro. Thanks for being the inspiration for today's lesson, Alejandro. So then, right, so Alejandro is associating pleasure, or he's saying, I am more productive when I'm angry. Alejandro, do you like yourself when you're angry? Or do you like the way you are not angry these days?
Yeah, so I realized I got confused that because when I was like feeling angry, I was like more driven. So I confused drive, or I tied drive with being in a state of anger or revenge or anything like that. But then I realized with Charisma's help that I don't like Alejandro. I don't like myself when I am in that state. And the better realization was that if I don't like myself when I am in that state, my daughter wouldn't like me. My mother, my sister, nobody will like me in that state. So I realized that I can get things done, but I will just destroy all my relationships around me, including myself.
Mm-hmm. Have you guys read stories of people that have all the money in the world and they went and committed suicide because they hated the way they felt? Yes. Okay. So we don't want to do that, right? So Alejandro was saying, I am driven when I'm angry. Do you guys think it's possible to be driven out of love? Can you be so in your purpose, so in your passion, so in your service, whatever it is that you care about? Can you want to do that and have drive out of love? Or does drive always have to be out of fear? Anger is basically a type of fear, isn't it? People get angry because things don't go their way. They're angry because something doesn't go. You know, there's a lot of control connection with anger. But what I really want to help you guys do is harness that passion, that drive, and be able to get that drive, but out of love. Okay? And Alejandro, what was the thing that I advised you to do when it came to the anger? And I said, Alejandro, have you allowed yourself to feel anger? And initially he said no. And what did I tell you to do, Alejandro? And I want everyone to connect this with whatever that feeling is, okay? The anger, the sadness, the frustration, the resentment, whatever's on your list. What did I ask you to do, Alejandro?
To feel it, to express it.
And we'll talk about what that looks like, guys, okay? So we're just gonna pause there. How do you feel right now, Alejandro?
It was like magic. So I after
Tell us what you
Charisma's,
did. Tell us what you did, please.
what I did is that after Charisma's call yesterday, I work out again. I already work out in the morning, but I work out again in the afternoon, but angry. I work out in an angry state, but not angry, more like determination, more like determined just to get exhausted. So I exhausted my body and it felt good. And something magical, or I don't know if that's the word, but something magical happened after that. When I finished, I took a bath and I went to have dinner with a friend, and I had an amazing circle of events, one after another. So one friend sent me a message through WhatsApp because something that I told him on Saturday helped him with something that he was working on. And then another friend told me the same thing. And then the friend that I was having dinner with, she opened totally up with me. We have a very a magical conversation. And when I came home, I realized something else. I realized that I'm not the person who likes people who make excuses. And this is something I haven't told you, Charisma. I don't like the people who make excuses. I really don't like that people. And I realized that I was making excuses all this time. I was telling myself, you know, I'm not getting the results that I want because the market is, and because of the US elections, and because Biden is ahead and now Trump is ahead. And I was making bullshit excuses. That doesn't care. The opportunities were there all the time, and I was just making excuses not to take them. And then I forgive myself. And now I'm feeling like, I don't know, I'm flying or flowing or hovering, and I don't know if you can see me, but it's like I'm 20 pounds lighter today.
Yeah, and you look like at least 10 years younger than yesterday. So thank you for sharing that, Alejandro. Okay, literally, guys. And you know, you guys have seen Alejandro's energy. He's got a lot of energy. At the end of the day, guys, I'm going to coach you through what we shared about, okay? One is, guys, those feelings are there to connect with them, okay? There's a huge mind-body connection. There's a huge mind-body connection. That's literally what we've been talking about this week. If I think horrible things, you know, and it's just like, if I ask you guys, like, what does it feel like to lose? Like, you're just going to be like, oh. And if I say, what does it feel like to have won already? What does it feel like to already be a millionaire? What does it feel like to already be abundant? You're going to stand up differently, to show up differently. It's going to change your physiology. It's going to change the way you feel about yourself internally, and it's going to spread out to everyone around you. Okay, what Alejandro needed to do was to connect with that anger. Okay, and guys, listen to me. Okay, especially the dudes. Women listen to me too, but guys, really listen to me. I give you permission to throw a tantrum. Okay, when you guys get angry, men especially, all of those testosterones are like wanting to come out. Instead of suppressing that, which you guys do really well, okay, and I'm totally generalizing, so you guys getting mad at me, that's okay. A lot of men tend to take the emotions and bottle them up, and that's why men are more prone to heart attacks. We don't want to do that. I want you to give yourself permission, and if your wife asks you, your spouse asks you, your mother asks you, tell them your coach told you to go for a walk, okay? Go to your car, go out where nobody can see you, drive 5 minutes away. Let it out of your body. I swear to God, you will feel a million years, like pounds lighter. Allow yourself to release the emotions. Kaiten's looking like me, not like I'm nuts, but I promise you it works. What I don't want is for you guys to get caught in your pity story. No more than 5 minutes, whatever it is. Sometimes I feel like a failure. Sometimes I'm just so mad at myself. Every one of you guys here, allow yourself to go there. All of this, when Alejandro was like, I'm so mad and I'm not allowing myself to get mad, you're a human being, Alejandro. You get to enjoy the entire spectrum of human emotions. Enjoy it, don't suppress it. That's why people are chronically depressed. Okay, depression is anger that's directed inwards. Anxiety is anger that's expressed outwards. Same thing, it's anger. Allow yourself to go there. Sometimes I just feel so angry. I can't get the results I want. Allow yourself to go there. You need to take a pillow. Sometimes at home, I will take and like scream into a pillow until I get that anger out. The best screams are out in the shower. Okay, it's just crazy because like you're just so open. You're just like, and just allow yourself to go there. No more than 5 minutes, and feel that feeling. Feel it. That fear of failure, that fear of success, that fear of not doing enough, that fear of not being enough, that fear, whatever it is, fear of being alone, allow yourself to go there. I guarantee you will feel a million pounds lighter. Allow it. It's already there in your body, right? Your body's like tight. I can't move. I'm so pissed off at the world. It's all there. What I'm telling you is to go and just, punching bags are great, Alejandro, and I'm so glad you said that, especially for men, okay? Especially for men. One of my coaches is a guy. He tells the guys, go find a punching bag, literally. You guys, especially men, have to release it physically. With women, a scream, a cry is enough for us. Yeah, punching bags are amazing. Go, just allow yourself to go there. Feel the feeling. If you allow yourself, because let me tell you, okay, the whole purpose of this exercise is about this illusion. The world is an illusion. It is an illusion. If you're living in that illusion of I'm a failure, guess what? your results are going to reflect that. If you're living in the illusion of I am abundant, your world is going to reflect that. If you don't know what you need to work on, look around you and you'll have plenty of things to work on. We all do. I do too. Allow yourself. Sometimes I go there. Sometimes I just feel like a failure. No matter what I do, it's not enough. I have a lot of cultural baggage, okay? We all have stuff. And I allow myself to go there. And guess what, guys? Alejandro spent 2 years avoiding anger. Weeks he hasn't been able to really allow himself to go there. It takes 5 minutes. Can you imagine the thing we're looking to avoid for hours and days and days and days, and we can go and connect with it for 5 minutes? Which one's worse, avoiding for 2 years, connecting for 5 minutes? And I guarantee if you allow yourself to feel that, it will leave your body. And then I want you to go to the other side. Sometimes I just feel so successful. Sometimes I just feel like I have so much, whatever the opposite is. And you have to go, because at the end of the day, guys, okay, and this is what I learned at Joe Dispenza, because Greg was asking me, I'm going to share with everyone, it's about unity, it's about oneness. Alejandro told me yesterday, I don't want to feel pain. What if I told you behind the pain is pleasure, Alejandro? You wouldn't be so scared of the pain. And that's for everyone. Alcoholics, addicts have to have that rock bottom for them to get out of that. And they're like, oh my God, I have the most incredible life now. What if I told you you didn't have to hit rock bottom? You could just feel the pain because it's already inside of you. I'm not asking you to feel anything you don't already have. I'm asking you to connect with what's already there. And so what if you have sadness, like Milton was saying, sometimes I just feel so sad. And it hurts because I just don't want to do anything. And I'm going to allow myself to go there no more than 5 minutes, because guess what? We don't want to sit there and now that becomes our new story. And then we can go on the other side. Sometimes I feel like I'm so happy. I'm so joyous. I'm so grateful. I have so much. Okay, so you have to, and I'm going to put in the chat here those steps of the healing process. I'm going to go through them really slowly, and then we're going to come full circle into what we started talking about being aware of those thoughts, guys. And if there's something, a lingering emotion that you can't shake off, you have to connect with it. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away, and it's begging for you to connect with it. And that's why if you're feeling anger, you're going to start feeling anger at yourself, at your kids, at your spouse, everyone around you. Guess what? Just connect with it and you won't be angry anymore. And it's not one time and done. You got to keep going there and keep going there and keep going there. And as you get there, guess what? That illusion of I'm so messed up, I'm such a failure, that illusion will start dissipating and you'll start creating the life that you actually want. I'm going to just put this in the chat, what the healing steps are, and I'm going to go through them in detail here, okay? And I think of all the lessons, guys, this is probably one of the most important ones, okay? So I really want you to feel like that abundance, feel all that stuff. But if there's something going down inside of you and you're like, I don't buy it, because guess what? Like, look at my bank account. Guess what? You need to connect with what it feels like to be a failure. You need to connect what it feels like to not be worthy. You need to connect what it feels like to be broke. If you don't connect with it, guess what? You're going to keep creating that reality over and over and over again. When you allow yourself to connect, you become one. You unify it. And Joe Dispenza talked about this constantly. It's all about that state of oneness. Oneness is love. Oneness is peace. Oneness is light. If you take that illusion off of I don't want to feel pain, what if I tell you pain is like the most beautiful thing if you cross through it? And it takes like 10 minutes, because I'm talking about both sides, right? Sometimes it's like really allowing yourself to go there. Sometimes I just feel so angry. I'm so mad at myself. Why can't I do enough? Why can't I be enough? Go there. Step one. Step two is to feel the opposite. Sometimes I'm so abundant. Sometimes I just have so much abundance around me. Sometimes I know that I'm doing exactly what I need to do. And I'm okay. Step three is to take the judgment off. Okay, and ignore my notes here. It was first for another lesson, but I wanted to make sure you guys got the steps. Take the judgment off. So if I see, for example, let's say it's about worthiness, okay? I'm going to give you an example. Sometimes they feel not worthy. We all do. We all have our moments where we feel like not enough. Sometimes they feel not worthy. And sometimes they feel so worthy. Think of not worthy compared to God. We're all not worthy compared to God. And how beautiful is that I get to have humility in my life. And sometimes I am worthy. Sometimes I feel not worthy on this call, and then I feel worthy on this call too. Because I have so much to grow and I have so much to teach you. And how beautiful is that integration? Step 3 is to take the judgment off. That unity is what removes the judgment. I am both, and how beautiful is that perfection of me in this moment right now and you in this moment right now, exactly the way you are. And then you integrate both sides. So when I talk about integration, it's feeling both sides, right? So for me, guys, put on your hands on your body. Where does not worthy in your body? For me, it's like right here. Where's not worthy in your body? You guys, so we connect with that. Like, what does it feel to fail, to be not worthy? Where is it in your body? For me, it's like right here, my solar plexus. Everybody has it. And where does it feel to be worthy? Everybody do it with me. Where is it in your body to feel worthy? For me, it's here. And I want you to put your hands on both sides and just feel, allow that energy. Just imagine there's like a wave of energy between both hands. And it's like magic if you allow yourself to go there, if you really allow yourself to connect. Step 5 is to take the illusion off, okay? So now that you feel that oneness, you're looking at your situation, be like, I was judging myself for being not worthy. What if I can really love myself for being so just right? And how much have I grown since a year ago? How much have I grown since last month? And just allow yourself to take that judgment off, that illusion off. And then what's the guidance? The guidance is, okay, when I want to beat up on myself, I can connect. I can watch those thoughts. Those thoughts aren't me. Those thoughts, those feelings aren't me. Guess what? If you feel like crap, you feel sad, you can actually change it. You can actually change it, right? Start thinking different thoughts. But if there's that gnawing, like, and if you guys start feeling the same thoughts, be aware of those thoughts, okay? Those thoughts are so powerful. So for me, I know I have a lot of perfectionism stuff, okay? My whole life, it's like, you got to do more, you got to do more, you got to do more. So I get into that, I'm not doing enough. But if I allow myself to really connect, it's like, I don't have that illusion anymore. And then I can start accepting myself for who I am in this moment. If you guys, and one thing Alejandro asked me yesterday, Karishma, what's the difference between, I'm in a lot of coaching communities, guys, and I have some incredible coaches that I work with, and I'm, work with my coach, with other coaches. A lot of them aren't making money. A lot of them aren't doing it. Number one thing is believe in yourself. But if you've got all these illusions, these judgments, if that illusion is I'm never going to be enough, guess what? If you allow yourself to go there, feel it, and you feel the other side, you take the judgment off, you integrate it, you're not going to walk around with that illusion affecting everything around you. Does that make sense? I'm going a little like high level here, but I think you guys can handle it. If you're walking around saying, I'm never going to have enough money, allow yourself what it feels like to not have enough money. Sometimes I feel like I'm never going to have enough money. And sometimes I feel like I have so much. And I can think of all the people that are struggling in the world right now. And I have so much compared to them. And allow yourself, because if you take off that illusion of being broke, now that illusion isn't going to taint the way you think, the way you feel. Does that make sense? I'm going really high level, but I want you guys to get this. And the number one thing that has allowed me, and it's not about me, guys, is I'm just sharing what I've learned from one of my coaches. What allows abundance to happen is allowing yourself to feel that shit. Okay, we all have it. Allow yourself to go there. Most people are walking around not conscious at all. I'm allowing you guys, you wanna step into abundance, you gotta know what it feels like to just hurt, because it feels like you're never gonna have enough. But if I take that judgment off, now I'm not gonna walk around feeling broke. I'm gonna walk around feeling like integrated. Oneness is peace. Oneness is love. I need to heal that and get to oneness before I start exuding oneness, peace, love. And I really want you guys to ask questions because I gave you a lot, but this is so important. And I'm giving you like that secret sauce that most people out there don't have. And this lesson, this stuff that I work on continuously, like I'm talking every other day. If you're not connecting with yourself, at least every other day, you're not connecting. You're avoiding. And this drug is the worst kind. This is the worst drug. Anything that you can do to distract yourself from how you're feeling is a drug. If you feel like shit, instead of getting on social media, 5 minutes. You get to feel amazing the rest of the day. Isn't that so much better? And you get it inside of you. You don't need to get on a coaching call. I'm giving you all the tools so you can work on yourself in between those calls. And now you get to evolve into that abundant person. Yes, Vamsi.
Karishma, can we do this? The whole process you walked us through. I recall this. This is not the first time you told us. While I am writing, I noticed this is probably the second or third time because I am writing it.
Yeah, and it's because we forget. We're not connecting. Yes, what's the question?
Can you help us to, give it as an example now? I'm sure we all have something that we wanted to integrate and then, get this benefit. So perhaps this would help us when we do it now as an exercise. Okay, let's do it. Is everyone comfortable with screaming right now? And I'm going to ask everyone to go on mute. Yeah, it'll be okay, Vamsi. If you need to grab a pillow, grab a pillow. But guys, I want you to embrace it. Okay? Your kids might come and check on you. You'll be like, I'm fine. My kids do it all the time. They don't even hear it anymore. Okay? So step one, okay, connect with that feeling. Whatever it is. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm not enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm never going to make it. Whatever that thought is, allow yourself to go there. Okay, I'm going to walk you through. We're not going to spend the 5 minutes, but I'm going to give you a little, allow you to feel it, okay? So whatever that feeling is, sometimes I feel like, for me, it's like sometimes I feel like no matter what I do, it's not enough. Okay, just allow yourself to feel it. Now give it a sound. Give it a sound, okay? And just allow yourself. No one's going to hear you. Well, they might hear you. It doesn't really matter. This isn't for them. It's for you. Okay, give it a sound, okay? And just allow yourself to scream. Give it a sound, guys. That sound piece is so important. Ah! Just allow yourself to go there, okay? The louder the scream, Bernadette, it's okay. All right, it's energy, okay? If you let it out of your body, it's not gonna affect everything in your life anymore. Allow yourself to go there and just allow yourself to scream, okay? Just allow it, guys. All the guys, I should be like, I've seen your faces. No one's watching you except for you. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to scream and just make that sound of what it feels like to be not worthy. That's amazing, Bernadette. You're so connected. Yeah, and I'm gonna have you do this call next time. Okay, Alejandro, screaming. Everybody, Ketan, Lucy, Debbie, Linda, everyone, just close your eyes, everyone. Just allow yourself to make that sound of what it feels like to be not worthy, to not do enough, to not be enough, whatever that fear is, just allow yourself to go there. Sometimes I just feel like a failure. I just feel like, I can't do anything. Just allow yourself to, you'll feel all that energy coming into your body and you just feel that yuck. And I want you to go there. Oof. And I want you to be okay going there, okay? Because it's safe. Your body just hasn't allowed you to recognize it's safe. Allow it to scream it out. For the guys, everybody, you probably have to go back and do it again, okay? 3 to 5 minutes until you're so mad, you're almost shaking. It's like, for me, it's like, I got to let it out. For me, it's tears, sometimes angry tears, sometimes pissed off tears. Allow it, okay? Step 2 is the other side, the opposite. Sometimes I know what it feels like to be so worthy. And just put your hand on wherever it is, in your heart, wherever. Sometimes I know what it feels like to have enough, to be enough, to do enough, and just allow yourself to feel it. step 3 is I put my hands on both parts of my body where it feels like not enough and where it feels like I'm enough, or whatever you're looking to work on. And just feel it and imagine literally like there's energy going from one hand to the other hand. And sort of breathe into it so I can just feel it even more. All right, and sorry, step 3 was taking the judgment off. So you can see, it's like, okay, sometimes I am worthy, sometimes I'm not worthy. I'm not God, and I'm learning and growing every single day, okay? And step 4 is to integrate it, which we just did with our hands. Step 5 is the illusion. Take the illusion off. So when I take off that illusion of not being worthy or not doing enough, not being enough, I can see that I am exactly where I need to be. I am doing a lot. And maybe I could do more. And I'm just taking the illusion off and looking at it objectively. And then what's the guidance? The guidance is I'm going to be aware of my thoughts. When I start feeling unworthiness, I'm going to connect with it. And then you'll start noticing that as you go through this process, and like for me, you know, I'll have weeks where I'm like, okay, like no sales, no this. And the second I tap into that emotion of allowing myself to integrate and feel like what it feels like to not do enough, be worthy, whatever it is, it's like a magic wand, things will start changing. It's incredible. And that's the power of energy. And so we're going to kind of going back full circle into what we started talking about. So thank you for Alejandro for the lesson. My point is, I want you guys to give yourself permission to feel that stuff so it doesn't affect your life. It doesn't affect your life in a negative way. Because those feelings are like begging to be acknowledged. Because last time we talked about the Ho'oponopono, the week before I did my seminar, we talked about the Ho'oponopono as healing that part of you, connecting with that part of you, loving on that little child part of you. I'm giving you another tip, another tool. This one I think is way more powerful because that energy, once it comes out, and the last thing I told Alejandro was, Alejandro, you got to be connected to the fun of it, the joy of it. If you're not doing, if I gave you a choice and I said, you can do anything in the world that you want to do, and you're like, this is the business that I picked. Are you putting that joy, that love into your business? If I show up to serve and not to make money, at the end of the day, if I had unlimited resources, guess what I'd be doing? I'd be sitting here doing the exact same thing. And that's the energy, the love that I want you to bring into your work. Okay? Now combine that, connecting with all the stuff, with your powerful visualizations and nipping those negative thoughts in the bud, guys. That's how we get momentum. That's how Napoleon Rich can come up with the book going Think and Grow Rich. It's not grow rich and then think about it. You can literally think your way into anything you want. Oh, cool. The Spanish version. Wonderful. Piense y hágase and the placer. Rico. Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay, awesome. I have the English one. I have it on audio. I haven't read the real book in a while, but I've got the audio and I listen to it all the time. So guys, that's what it is. What questions do you guys have? Momsy, was that helpful to you?
Very much. Thank you.
Yeah. And if it's anger, guys, it's normal. Find me one person who doesn't have anger. It's impossible. Anger is healthy, right? Anger can be really awesome. It can really help fuel a business. It can fuel relations. It can fuel a lot of things. But what I told Alejandro, and I'm telling all of you guys, is once you remove that illusion, you can find your drive, but your drive can be out of love, not out of pain. It hurts to be angry. Let's get rid of the anger, and now we can have the drive without the anger, Alejandro. Yeah. Okay. And in the meantime, we keep working on this part of our brain. Feel what it feels like to be abundant. And if your brain's like, yeah, right, guess what? It's time to sit down and have a pep talk with yourself and connect with what it feels like to be broke. And now you won't have the illusion. Now you can actually do the exercise and really believe that you're doing it. Okay, what other questions? I want you guys to ask questions. This is really important. And the reason I'm going there is because this is important. If your brain, every time you sit down and you're trying to do this visualization of, yeah, right, you really have to connect with why not. And that energy is always bubbling. AJ is not here. That shoulder issue, remember him from a couple weeks ago? There's a lot of energy stored in that. A lot of that is energy. People that have chronic back stuff, that's energy stored in your back. You start connecting with the feelings, you're going to start healing your body from the inside out. It's true. I've seen it. It's crazy. Okay, what other questions do you guys have? And we'll start talking more about this creating our own reality. Is that interesting to you guys? You guys want to learn how to create your own reality even more? And the beauty of this is you guys start doing this even more. It's like you're going to start feeling so much peace inside of you, because once you're feeling abundant, it won't really matter what's going on around you. That abundance is going to be more pronounced. And without even knowing it, you're going to start becoming a magnet for miracles. You're going to start becoming a magnet for money. And that's vibration, that's energy. Okay, and the biggest thing that's in Joe Dispenza, he talks about the heart clearance, okay? He talks about the power of the heart. That's why when we do the priming, that love piece, not the anger piece, the love piece is what's gonna start drawing all the things you want to you. Lucy shared a few weeks ago, she was talking about how it was about like the service, that love component showing up. It's like, I know I get to help people when they connect with me on the phone. And that's going to be that thing that brings all the things that you want in your life. But we have to be willing to go there. So for Greg, it's like loving the part of you that feels sad sometimes, anxious sometimes. Sometimes they feel so anxious. Sometimes they feel like I can't keep up. And sometimes I feel like I have the tools. And I know what it feels like because I'm so much better than I was years ago. And you take the judgment off. It's like now I can be okay and not be angry, not be anxious, be at peace. Anything you guys are saying, this is bad, we're polarizing it. We want to get back to oneness. Nothing's bad. Pain isn't bad. How beautiful is pain? Because if I didn't have pain, how would I know what pleasure feels like? If I didn't see hatred, how would I know what love feels like? If I didn't have anxiety, how would I know what peace looks like? Contrast, it's beautiful. But the second we go, I don't want to feel that thing, that's exactly the thing you need to feel. What other questions do you guys have? Your eyes look a little lost, so. Ketan, what questions do you guys have? Greg. Ketan, this might be the first time you're hearing this lesson, I think, but it's a really important one. Go ahead. Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, the visualizing and and going that kind of like in your past and how you used to feel and then what you want to feel. It's an eye opener, I guess, on seeing both situations and being in both, and then trying to get out of that old situation and get into a new situation where you want to be. It's a great eye opener to see that and to try to do that.
Thank you for sharing that. Yes, and it's like, guys, if you've ever had business loss, some of us have. I know I have. We probably all have, right? We're entrepreneurs. We've all had a lot ups and downs in business, right? If you're walking around with the illusion, I'm never going to be successful because I lost money before, you guys see how important it is to remove that illusion so it's not tainting your reality. Okay? But this is important. This is the work that I do on myself all the time. And it works. And I have 10 people on the call except for myself that are examples of how this works. Every one of you is manifestation of mine. Every one of you is. Awesome, thank you. Debbie, are you good? Yeah, okay. Awesome, guys. All right. So everybody up, all right? So we're talking about homework. I want to hear everyone should be in the group, sharing their wins every day. If you aren't, start doing it starting today. And if you just, finish your 10 minutes, just be like, hey guys, I did my 10 minutes, and make that a win. Start with that. Twice a day, 20 minutes to create your own reality. Okay? And I'm stepping it up because I did once yesterday or once Monday. I did it twice yesterday, but I need to go back to 2 today. So I'm stepping it up as well. All right, everyone in? Awesome, guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, reach out. You don't have to figure this out alone. I got your back, okay? All right, great job, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See y'all next week. Bye.